I can lean my head on. Why can't we all be forgiven? I can lean my head on. Why can't we all be forgiven?
Hello everyone and welcome back to Make the Music, and today we're going to be going over how to add cinematic elements to improve your drum production, recordings, and mixes. This is going to be about adding different risers, impacts, and different interesting percussion elements to take your drum recordings to the next level. Now, I have a free guide called the Home Studio Toolbox. It's a 100% free guide that gives you everything you need to start recording and start making your own music and getting your ideas out there. You can find that in the description box. Just tell us where to send it. It's 100% free. Anyways, let's get into the video here. So I have a song that I've been working on here for a little while. And there's a lot of production elements, okay? As you can see, a lot of vocals, a lot of guitars. This is the main drum kit that I recorded and rendered down. And while I liked the sounds, it was good, it was technically good, it fit the groove, I felt like there was something missing, that we need a little more going into some of these choruses or some of these different parts. So I'm actually gonna mute the vocals here because there's a lot of reverb on them, just so you can hear it working with the other instruments. Here's the drum kit heading into the chorus, right? Things are building. We really want to have an impact there. All right, so it does a good job. It's got a little bit of a fill there, but just felt lacking to me. Like if I mute these extra elements, which we're going to go over, here's what it sounds like. Like that's pretty good, but it was just missing a little bit of oomph for me. So here's the tips with adding extra elements for drums. You want to be subtle and very intent with what you're adding. So you want to add rising elements and you want to add impactful elements. And you can see I have quite a few here. Let's look at all these extras. The first thing I have here is a riser. This is a very common thing. It's been used on recordings forever, for decades, okay? And this was just a sample, I believe, or maybe it was even a crash. So in Reaper or any other DAW, you can have a crash recorded by a drum kit. You just go to item properties and you go reverse the crash. It creates an amazing swelling effect. So here's what it sounds like. Right, that's all it is, like heading into a drop, right? And so that's the first thing I added. The second thing that I added is an impact here. And I use this from a sample pack, but you can really use any sort of drum element as you want. But here's what it sounds like. And it's just like sort of like a deep tom hit, right? Nothing in particular. It's got some reverb on it. This is the next one. It's another sort of crash element there. And then this one, that's a really big one. That's like a deeper, more explosion hit there, right? So between all these elements, which like I said, are very subtly added, you get this effect. And these are one of those things that takes your production from good, like really solid, to great, to blowing your audience's mind, really getting them engaged with the whole thing. So here's what it sounds like with the drum kit. Then I have another element added here. These are what I call thunder toms. I produced these myself using just some effects and some drum parts I had recorded there. In addition, you can find these thunder toms. If you go to the description box there, you can get these thunder tom samples 100% free, and I'll send them to you. This is what they sound like. Okay, they're really distorted, almost fluffy sounding, but they work really well in the production. If I muted them, here's what it would sound like. Like it sounds good, but it just adds that little extra 5%, right? So here's the key with these extra production elements, right? You want to be subtle, and you also don't want them to be too big or too wide on the frequency spectrum, okay? What I often do with these things is I like to cut off some of the low end, cut off some of the high end. You don't want them to shake your whole mix to the ground. They're just supposed to add on to the drum performance. So if you listen here, one of them is quite low sounding, but it's mixed really low overall in the entire mix. Here's an example of something you would not want to do. Listen to this. Okay, that's just way too loud, way over the top, right? Thus the level that they're at, right? Negative 7 dB there. Perfectly fits in the context of the mix. So that's how you add some extra cinematic elements to your drum mix there. One more time, I will play the entire drum mix here. Just the drums. Okay, that's heading into the chorus with the extra elements added. Okay, that one seems like a no-brainer to me. You can find this Thunder Tom sample. Go to the description box. Okay, you tell me where you want to send that email, and then you can access and download this Thunder Tom stem 100% free. I'm allowing you to use it, and it's kind of just a cool element to add to your production. So let me know, how do you enhance your drum recordings? What sort of extra things do you added, risers and drops? I know this is used a lot in electronic music too, but I think also has some great rock applications. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, get back to making your music, and I'll see you guys next time.